Hello everybody, it's Jay Brayson here again with another episode of Dominions 5. So we are currently up to turn 18, I think. This is the ongoing situation. Let's have a look. So Northangs, that's one of the provinces near the enemy's capital. We managed to take out an apparition, which is nice, but we did lose the province, which is not so nice. Took out a couple of ghosts, but nothing really special. Dead Marshes, the Aerotheans keep expanding. We're going to need to kill them at some point. But they helpfully self-owned over here against some Ictiids. Very good. Over in Ragdan, Lemuria attacked some Indies and won, but the remaining forces aren't particularly strong. So that's worth considering. And over in Grey Forest, Nataraja pushed into there and killed all of their stuff. Very good. Not entirely sure how he killed 22 guys, but I suppose that's probably counting some in-battle summons by the Lemur Acolytes. And we took control of marshlands. Okay, so they're not even putting PD in these provinces, they're just leaving. It's interesting. I would have put at least one in, just to get an impression of what was being used to attack it. Anyway, I'll go into this barbarian province now that it's been quite significantly depleted. Presumably the Belarusians attacked it with all their Malaya Druzhina, or however it's pronounced, and all died. So that's why its defenders are much lower than they are now, or were back then rather. Over here, I've got some defence. I think I'm going to try and build up over here. See if we can organise things just so that the we can just straight up attack that. That's quite tempting as well. So what I'm going to try and do is try and pocket all of these forces and just crush them. And at that point, I mean, how many more ghosts do they have left? Not that many. They spawn relatively fast, but not so fast they can be losing 80 every turn and still carry on. Let's have a look back in our capital. How are we doing over here? So got 30 or 40 in that, so I'll make sure and get all of the Iron Hail Archers. Bring them up to over here, I guess, and I'll move and patrol. Set this guy patrolling as well, so that he can help out with blessing and so on. These guys will hold an attack rear. It's a pretty standard order, but you know, it works, so where's the harm in that? This got to be on hold and stay behind troops. I may at some point forge some magical gear if I can think of anything good we can do. I'm not going to forge any of the new stuff that's at Construction 0. We've got a new sling called the Sling of Accuracy. Does some damage, but I mean, against ghosts it seems a bit frivolous. Let's push up though. And might as well take these as well. Same kind of orders, hold an attack. These two are going to be moving and patrolling. Hopefully they'll be attacking into Agraria rather than Umbro. I'm sure they would love to lock it down, which is part of the reason that I'm going to go into it. Put it in its place. It's going to be attacking into Northangs again. So even if they stay in here, I think he's going to be in relatively good shape. And then we can always get back as well, because his map move is sufficient to do so. Right. At some point we want to take out Newspring, of course. What are the possible pitfalls of this plan? So, possible pitfall number one, they just come back in here and waste a whole bunch of money, so I'll put it to 5 and get 1 troop, so we lose the potential to just lose province to a bad event. I'm also going to start recruiting some of these Zots down here, just to get a steady stream of them going. This guy I'd really like to be making a palisade sometime soon, because on 3 forts I'm not doing all that well. Eventually I hope to take all of this stuff, because the Lemurians are actually pretty bad at holding forts, now that the wall integrity is quite a bit lower than it used to be, and Yeah, Kalans are generally pretty good at smashing up forts as well, so that helps in that respect. For these guys, let's get them all down here. Once again, buffing all the Iron Hail Archers as much as possible with our Bless. That's going to be pretty crucial to holding this province, I think. And I don't think there's all that much more to this turn after that. Again, if they attack Umbro, well then they've just pocketed themselves a bit further, and we've got all manner of flying troops and so on, so that's not a big problem, but it'd be handy if they went into Agraria and all just sort of died in a really stupid way. Move it up to 20, I guess. It's probably not a terrible idea. But at some point we do need to work out a way to amass some cash. Maybe stop recruiting caretakers over there. Leave off for a couple of turns in terms of maid recruitment, and yeah, and then save up. At some point, he says, re-spending all of his gold already. Okay. Just going to move that guy back. You never know if we're going to need to pick up some gems from the capital to help our pretender out. Probably don't need flaming arrows casting if we're going to go in there solo, or more or less solo. In fact, yep, solo. I think that's doable. They haven't got any actual mages, have they? No, so we're not going to be dealing with any fire resist, so it's just going to be a matter of does 109 points of health with personal regen and 10% from our bless. Is that going to be sufficient? Maybe. That's the most scientific answer I can really give. Let's just go resist magic. Saves a gem if nothing else, and let's get personal regen. Okay. Very soon that conjuration will be done. When we get up to 5, we have our nationals. So we've got Aharani, that was called Rainstorm, which we don't necessarily want. Zata, which are like the well, they're like the whackers for Nazca. They're basically Ord troops and magic weapons. Deva, who are really good. They are a fear flying unit with chaos power, which we can actually make good use of. That's part of the reason I got the scales and bless I did. And a Jahi, who is a seducer, but they are not particularly good in combat, so we would probably genuinely have to gear them up or empower them or some other means of making them more effective in combat before we really got to using them. Right, I'm going to say this is pretty much a turn at this point, so let's wait there, see if they fuck that. No, I won't take it back again, even though it'd be funny. I'll just wait and be patient, and leave these guys well, see if they lose any more armies. Being inept over there, at some point I want to take all this, of course, but we need to get to relatively soon as well, I think, before the Bogorussians make it up here. I'm going to leave that guy there, and this guy here. It's quite possible Lemuria is going to take the Jaguar tribe province. It's not particularly difficult for their ethereal troops to do, so yep, we shall see. I suppose we shall see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Been Joe Brayton, and goodbye.